Lineman said, "Are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down." They love being physical.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run left with Pollard. Brought down that time by Quay Walker. Those defense for the Packers, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Trying to run forward with Pollard. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
When you're dead last in the NFL in 3rd down conversions, the odds are against you every time you face it. How about him picking up that one? That was big for them.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Now it's Wilson. And he's caught downfield. It's Waller. Touchdown, Cowboys. Darren Waller, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal Get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
From the 31, Rodgers. Over the middle here, it's hauled in by Watson. Rodgers finding Watson for the Packer first. The Packers are the perfect 4-0 to start the campaign. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Slot man moves right. First and 10, Taylor now. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They run once more with Taylor. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Now Rodgers. Got Dobbs over the middle. And he's going to have a Packers first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. Rodgers now on 1st down. Completes it again to Dobbs. So no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Rodgers going to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
On is the punter Hawk as he gets this one away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
So a little more space to operate now. 1st and 10 from right around the 12. Going to run again here with Pollard. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Play action. Now Wilson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Quay Walker came through to make the sack.
The competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. 41 yards on the ground for him so far.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Jet sweep. Here's Watson. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Rodgers. He'll complete this one to Watson. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. And the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back. Working from the gun. Rodgers. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Oh,
He's got a man wide open, complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Wow, first and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. They'll run here with Taylor. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. To throw, it's Rodgers. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
This will be play number 8 on the drive. It's 3rd and goal. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's 4th and goal. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So now the Packers turn things over to the special teams crew. They're on for the field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is indeed good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Maybe a moral victory of sorts. They're on the board here late in the first half, but this offense just hasn't looked that sharp.
Yeah, but at least they got the 3 points, right? At least have something to, quote-unquote, hang their hats on and maybe feel a little bit better about themselves as they head to the half.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Wilson. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Santos with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated. And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion, one more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Rodgers. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. This is fielded at the 27.
It's a 54-yard punt with a return of 11.
And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Play action. It's Wilson. Steps away. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Really good coverage all over the field, and it took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Able to find Waller. That's complete.
And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Throwing now is Rodgers. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He finds Watson complete. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. And that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Rodgers now to throw. And that is incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Well, not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. Up past the 30, 2nd down coming up.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. It got his man complete. Touchdown. CeeDee Lamb. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Always important to get the first score in the 2nd half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, It has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
And that was a good run, and it should get the attention of the defense, but it can't just dwell on it. They've been playing so well this entire game. Maybe they just look at it and say, okay, congratulations, you got 1 on us, and just not let it turn into more.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Again, it's Taylor. Shifts past him at the 45. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. From the 45 on 2nd down, Rodgers.
He'll get that one to Taylor complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the 2nd half.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers.
Got his man. It's Bo Melton.
And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a 1st down.
To the right side, this is Taylor.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa.
And the passing game's been struggling a bit today, and that was the latest example. Haven't been getting much yardage out of it, and now on his back after the last play, he faces 3rd and long.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. To throw is Rodgers.
Pass complete across the formation to Melton.
And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 12-yard line.
From the gun, it's Taylor.
And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. And it's a Packers touchdown from 6 yards away.
And the Packers are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
A short kick taken at the 18.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. First play of the drive, lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Here's Pollard again. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Wilson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. To throw on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. He's got room at the 30, and he'll be ridden out of bounds all the way down at the 15-yard line. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 41 yards.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year.
And the Packers have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
Extra point safely through. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. This game has really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim one-score lead.
And we've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here, otherwise they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now a give here to Pollard. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, it's Pollard. 66 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football, and we just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And some space here. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football, because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
They'll run with Pollard. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
So with your team leading in the 4th quarter, you know you've got to run the football. They know you've got to run the football. Sometimes that means there's nowhere to run the football.
Here's Pollard. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson.
This throw left side is caught by Tolbert.
And now the Packers going to take another timeout. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Pollard going to try the right side. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter.
Ball on the 8, 2nd and 2.
They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Tony Pollard with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead.
Santos now to add the PAT. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
He's got a man complete.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
They give to Taylor out of the gun.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards. From the 30 on second down, Rodgers.
That's taken in by Watson.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 15 yards down to the 15 and a first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Back to throw, Rodgers. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And still a little bit of time left, but the defense can't stop the clock, so 3 kneel down should be enough to finish this one off. Shreds him with a stiff arm.
And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. 120 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. He's had his eyes on 7,000 career rushing yards, and with that last effort, he has hit that mark. What a career.
And that is the number to focus in on, because oftentimes we talk about where do they rank all time. We're not there yet. He's not knocking on the top 10 or the top 20, but over 7,000 yards in a career, fantastic.
And that kneeled down a little extra sweet. You get the win, and you knock out somebody's perfect season.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because it's not a championship game yet, but the team that's undefeated feels like a champion. So you've won a little bit extra in this one. Yeah, they've got to feel great about taking a knee here.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And never an easy thing to do, no matter how good Green Bay is, what the year is, to come into Lambeau and get the victory, but they did it.
You're not just battling the team that you're playing that day. You're not just battling the crowd that's in attendance in that game. You're battling the history of the franchise. You're battling the ghosts that swirl around that place.